How goes it, guys? It is I. Back from like maybe a major radio silence or what have you. Um, I apologize for the quality probably being terrible. That's kind of my theme at the moment is I don't have good quality because I don't have all the fancy gizmos and gadgets and whatnot. Da 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 da. I don't know the a whole new, no, that's Aladdin, isn't it? A whole new world. Anyways, I wanted to make this video for a little bit now. Certainly more of a video that means more to me than probably it will any others. Um, but it's a video that I wanted to make nonetheless. And I know a lot of people might not care for all these talking videos, but I still like doing them, and that's why I do them, because I like just airing my feelings, my thoughts, venting, if you will, at the most. Addressing you guys personally. Because even if you guys don't leave a whole bunch of comments on my videos, I still like to acknowledge your existence out there. But anyways, yeah, it's a video that, again, probably means more to me than it does to others. Because it's one of those personal ones. My hair is pretty wet because I have took a shower like 30 minutes ago. No one cares about that. And yeah, I'm sorry. This is a very, I don't know, tired seeming me. It's not even 7 o'clock yet. We've got terrible lamp lighting. I haven't had coffee. Coffee. I haven't had coffee here. And very much ADHD, autistic braining at the moment. Braining? Braining. We braining right now. My brain is not 100% there right now. It's just not. And God, I could use a trim. I could very much use a trim. We're starting to get like a very thick, macho type. I need a trim. I need a trim. Anyway, that's not the point of this video. Again, I'm sorry I'm rambling. But it concerns my vest that I am currently wearing. Um, I've shown it off a few times. The pins that I've put on. We got the hashtag blue square. For the anti-Semitism type stuff, I think. Did I say that right? Did I say that right? Anti-Semitism? Yeah, because anti-Semitism is the bad one, I think, right? Yes. Yes? Yes. So it's anti. To speak out against, anti-Semitism. I've shown it before. You know, my grandfather being a Jewish man. So obviously it means a lot to me. It would probably mean a lot to him if he was still with us. He was a very good man, very kind-hearted man. Um, but there's, yeah, and we've got the this car one here that is just essentially Impala, and it's a quote from Supernatural, literally I think from the first episode, from the pilot episode of the driver picks the music, shotgun shuts his cake hole. And then obviously, because as a child I grew up major fan of, I mean I still am, but a major fan of Power Rangers. Not that I watch it recreationally. Not that I watch it on like a daily basis nowadays. But it's still a major ingrained thing in my life. And it's obviously the Mighty Morphin Green Ranger of Tommy Oliver, Jason David Frank. R.I.P. to the one of the great ones out there that we unfortunately lost. Um, those videos subjects for a different time. But over here on the other side, we obviously have a Deadpool. He's got the heart hands going. And just under that, I have this brand new pin. This is probably my newest pin. And it's going to show backwards because I don't have like a filter for my regular phone camera. But as you can see, it's kind of like a rainbowish heart. And it's not even focusing very well. But again, it's backwards anyway. And what that says, it just says you're safe with me. Because yeah, you know, I myself am not a homosexual. I'm not bisexual. I very much am just a female taste palette, if you will. That sounds weird. That sounds very weird. I'm into the females, okay? Sorry, all the, you know, gay guys out there. I know I'm a very attractive, hot commodity that you know everyone's just breaking down the door to try and get a piece of. And obviously, I'm joking. Obviously, I'm joking. I'm very much a self-deprecation artist. Man, we are just coming out with all the weird stuff. That is my hair. That's my hair. Sorry, ADHD. ADHD go. But yeah. I'm not. Okay, I'm into the females. But that doesn't mean I can't support, you know, other people, right? I have, and now I'm starting to think that I don't need this lamp anymore. Let's see. It did kind of add. But you know what? No, it did. Yeah, sorry guys. Look at that. Got a little pier behind my hair. Got a little pier behind basics of YouTubing. The lighting in the video typically is lamp lighting. It's lamp lighting, everybody. YouTubing, content creation. Anyways, yeah. Where was I? Right. So, you know, just because I'm not a gay man myself, it doesn't mean I can't champion support for people who are different from me. I currently live a life where growing up, many gay friends, many lesbian friends, gay family, lesbian family, trans friends, family, you know, all that stuff. And you know, they have been some of the best people that I've ever met, that I've ever known in my life. And the fact that so many people, for no reason other than just being different, you know, have so much disdain for them. It's heartbreaking. And yeah, it will forever be something that I do champion, that I do support wholeheartedly, because I don't care who someone else loves. I don't care if you're a female and you happen to just want to be with other females and in a romantic relationship with other females, or if you're just a guy and you want to have a romantic relationship with another guy, I don't care about that because it's not me. It's not harming me. It's not harming me, so I don't care. All the power to you. I don't care. it's I'm very much a person of rights for people. There's no reason why someone can't care about someone else or love someone else just because they happen to be the same sex slash and or gender. you know and that's another thing too. We've got transgender people who are vastly just mistreated and definitely misunderstood. And we've got the non-conformative conformative. We've got people who don't conform to the gender norms, I guess you could say, to the old-fashioned gender norms, I guess. I don't know. The ones who don't classify as a he or a she, which personally, I will say I don't quite understand myself, but maybe, it's not meant for me to understand because I don't know, it's not me. It's not something that I'm going through. So it's not something that I necessarily need to understand. The only thing that I need to understand is that if you're one of those people out there who don't classify yourselves as a she or he or him or her, that you're still a person too. That's pretty much all I need to understand. You're still a person, you're still a living organism, and as long as you're not harming anybody else, you know, I don't really need to care what you identify as in regards to, like, sure, identify as whatever you want or believe that you are. Because again, it doesn't affect me in the slightest. So it's like, I don't need to care. I don't need to voice a negative opinion or condemn someone or, attack them because they identify as something that I don't necessarily understand, or that is different than the norms. Because goddamn, I certainly growing up was treated very differently just because I was, well, different. I didn't think like the other kids. I didn't act like the other kids. I mean, I was hyper for sure, but while other kids were playing kickball and sports, while other kids were playing the sports balls, I was like out in the woods somewhere. Um, and so that very much made people look at me like, wow, you're very, very weird and whatnot. There we go. There's one of my trademarks, and whatnot. But yeah, as I lose track and run off the plot and the road, you know, the whole they, them, whatever, not for me to understand. I don't necessarily need to understand it. But I will die on the hill that even though I don't need to understand it, I still need to understand that it's a living organism. They are a living organism, and they have every right to breathe the same air that I do, as long as they're not hurting anybody. Because I'm pretty sure they also fall under the umbrella of the homosexual community. I say it very weird because I've been watching, I think, What We Do in the Shadows, and I think a character that in that happens to say sexual, very, very like that. um, but yeah, this is the kind of video that I wanted to make. I wanted to air, I guess, my support of, because like I said, at the end of the day, gay, not gay, trans, not trans, you know, they are very much like me, even though I'm not gay or trans or a they or a them or a Ji Jim Jur Jai Ju Baba 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 Boy. They're still very much a living organism who bleeds and who feels and has every right to be alive as I do. And I will forever champion that. That'll be something that I forever throw my support to. Because it doesn't matter who you love. It doesn't matter what you identify as. It doesn't matter here. Because at the end of the day, again, it doesn't hurt anybody. Ugh. Which is why I have this pin right here. And I will always have that pin right there. I'm sorry, I wanted to get up and stretch my legs a bit. Miss Bellhound over here, a nice little cameo. She was a bad girl this morning, though. She decided she wanted to pee on the floor. I'm just about wrapping up here. But we know me by now. I ramble often and a lot. But yeah, something I just wanted to vent out and get off my chest and show my support, I suppose, throw my support out there. I very much don't care who you love. I don't care what you identify as. You're still a person. You're still a cognitive living organism. And, it's not hurting me. It's not hurting anybody. So, there's no reason for me to sit there and say otherwise, that you don't deserve to live your life. Yeah. So it's one of those more serious videos. But it's, again, I don't know if that picked up on my speakers. Anyways, it's very much important to me that I get that out there, that I make it known. Because there is just so much needless disdain and hate and discrimination towards people of that variety. People of the gay community and non-binary community, whatever you want to classify it as. Again, I'm sorry, my brain is not 100% on right now. So I'm probably saying a lot of nonsense in with a lot of important stuff. But the overall message, I hope, is still there. I am very much here to support, to shout out my support of decent people. That's not to say everybody who's gay or anything is. You don't know. We'll leave it at that. to not over complicate my explanation and whatnot. Because we all know that I am a ADHD autistic rambler, not to be confused with artistic. I'm stupid. But yeah, I will always be a supporter of people. People just wanting to live their lives, be who they are, and just want to live in peace. And I hope, I don't know, maybe this video finds someone who may need to hear that, who may need to hear that the world isn't completely against them. There are people out there who do care and who don't care who they are or who they love or care about. All that matters is that they're a decent person. And then that's, at the end of the day, that's why I'm here. I want to find and make a community of caring individuals who want to support one another despite differences, despite whatever, who just want to get away from everyday life, I suppose, and very much care, again, for each other. No matter what you subscribe to, no matter who you love, who you identify as, what religion you follow. Maybe I'm out of my league here, That's the whole reason I got into this, is to find someone like me who grew up feeling alone and like there wasn't a place for them in it. And just letting them know that they matter. Yeah. And that is always something that I want to keep on the forefront of my mind. Apologize, sorry. But that's something that I want to always remember. No matter how big I get, if I don't get big, I want the reason that I started doing this to always be there in the forefront. That maybe there's people out there just like me who needed just to hear someone say that they matter and that they're enough. And that there is people out there that care. Anyways, yeah. I'm going to sign off. I've talked quite a bit. So much so that the sun has brightened up a little bit more. And, yeah. I'm not gonna do the whole spiel of saying like and comment and subscribe. You know, I don't usually do that in these types of videos anyway. Because I don't know. I guess it feels more disingenuous if I do that. You know, like trying to pitch myself. So I'll leave you with a. I hope your day is treating you well, and that maybe if you're not having a good one, you know, hopefully next day treats you well. And I have been me. You have been you. And I hope to see you next time.